Hey guys, so today I get to visit John at KingMorphs here in South Africa. He's a really nice guy. He's making some really cool stuff, and just I have a lot of fun checking out his stuff every time I come. So we're gonna look at a few of his snakes today and see what he's made in the past year. Hey John.
Hi Justin, how are you?
Good to see you.
You too.
Okay, so these are two really interesting snakes, and these are clutch mates, right, John?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so I thought you guys would really like this, but we have a completely white snake and a paradox trying to be, it should be a white snake, but it's paradoxing. Now, John, tell me a little bit about the pairing and the genes that could be in these two snakes.
Well, the pairing was GHI Phantom, and I bred that to a butter Enchi. And yeah, so this one over here, we've got the GHI, as you can see, the really dark from the GHI coming through. And the Phantom is just helping out in that. If you look at the eyes, you can see the Phantom influence coming in from the eye.
That's right. It's the Phantom and the butter is the two genes that are making it white,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, so
and it's the GHI plus the paradoxing with the Phantom that gives it this almost xanthic look, where it's really it's mostly black and white, gray and white, and kind of that splattered pattern all over it. The cool thing is, so there's Enchi in these pairings though, and so you, especially looking at this completely white snake, and you're saying, well, what does this have? Does it have GHI? Does it have Enchi? What's going on this white snake? You can't see any of it.
yes.
But the amazing thing is, and John did this ahead of me coming and showed me a little bit ago, the amazing thing is you can put these two under a black light, and you realize that even though they're white snakes, they're still very patterned. And the patterns can give you a clue about what genes are in it. It's something you can do with a lot of different white snakes. Maybe not pieds and superfires, they are truly white. But a lot of what we consider in this industry to be a white snake, like the karmas, are actually an off-white, and there's different variations of white that your eye can't pick up. But in the black light, those variations are really brought out, so you can see the underlying pattern. If you take the light and just shine, even when you have a little bit of light, if you have a really intense black light, you can pop the pattern out, even when there's a little bit of light in the room. It's actually really neat to see the pattern pop when the rest of the snake is still white around it. It's more isolated. So unfortunately, it's hard to know how to really analyze that pattern, right? Unless you have other animals that aren't blue-eyeds with all the specific genes involved. It's like, how do you really know what that means? I mean, what do you think, John? What do you see in these snakes when you look at the pattern under the black light?
Yeah, well, I'm very fortunate in knowing what the pairing was in that. So with this one over here, and that the center, the total white snake, and that, if you have a look in that, you'll be able to see the clear, distinct banding that comes in from your Enchi. So
yeah, I would agree with that.
And when I look at this one over here, I'm pretty sure that this is just your Karma Enchi. And that's the pattern coming in very, very nicely with the Enchi and that.
So you don't see GHI in this snake?
No, I don't see GHI at all in this one. If you look at the banding, is way, and that even in your GHI Enchi, you don't have as much banding like this as soon as the GHI comes in.
I might disagree with you on this one, which is okay.
Okay.
We'll let the snake decide, and then
Yes.
I get the snake if I'm right, correct?
Yes, sure, no,
Okay.
that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I see the banding, but you see how the bands are real narrow at the top and real fat at the bottom? To me, that says, it kind of gives it the GHI look, and see how the bottom of the bells on it are real kind of not very well defined. That's kind of, to me, the granity pattern that you see from the GHI.
Oh, okay.
It's just a guess, but you know what? Hey, that's the beauty of it. We'll just find out, and then you can go ahead and put it on World of Ball Pythons. Because either way, I think you have an amazing world first here probably, and just a really interesting animal. But look, it's just a white snake.
Yes.
You got the fun of it. This one we have the advantage of seeing the different things. So this one we believe is missing the Enchi. And it still has a really, really awesome pattern. This one definitely has the GHI. We can see from the patterned areas in it. It definitely has the phantom. Okay, and another snake we're going to show you, and this kind of takes off the karmas with the Enchi in it. This is a phantom Enchi, and it has an extra little something in it that gives it a really unique look and unique color palette. But I really like the snake. I'm kind of drawn towards snakes that I feel like are exceptional versions of morphs. Even if they're really, really, really simple, people think, well, why are you interested in a 2-gene? Both of them are real common. If you look at that snake, it's just really overperforming for what's in it. It looks really, really amazing. I love how clean it is. There's almost no spots in the pattern. Nice banding. Really interesting and unique coloration. Yeah, it's a girl. So this kind of thing to me is the kind of females I want in my collection, is these special ones that really going to give offspring that is also unique and also special. Okay, one of the most common requests I get is to show some adult snakes. I hear that all the time. And generally speaking, I like to show the babies because they look the best and they're just easier to put on camera and they hold still, sometimes. But today we have a special treat. I'm going to show you guys a baby version and then the adult version. So this is a Firefly Lesser GHI. So it's got 4 codoms, including the GHI, and it looks pretty good. But if you want to know how to make your snakes look amazing as adults, one of the key ingredients you can put in them is fire. So in this snake, the fire has just, is just starting to express, but with each shed and as time passes, it's going to look better and better and better. So case in point, we're going to pull here into the frame the adult version of this snake. You can see how much progression and improvement, I think it's improvement, it does over time. Look how much brighter that is. It has just an amazing, amazing color as that fire really comes into its own with some age. Now, how old is this snake, John?
She's now 18 months old.
Okay, and almost breeder weight, looking great. But look at the difference. Just incredible. A truly amazing adult version of a baby morph. Oh, hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Got to see some really cool animals, and I love coming to South Africa and just seeing other people's collections in general, because it's a good chance for me to learn about mutations that I haven't worked with, some combos I haven't done a lot of, and it's an opportunity for me to steal a little bit of your knowledge about things that I might try in the future, and I know what to do and maybe what not to do. I really appreciate you having me out.
Yeah. So thank you very much for coming out to South Africa. spending some time with all the breeders out here, and that you've been a great inspiration to a lot of us over here. And please come back very soon.
That's been my pleasure. Thanks a lot.